Hey, what's up, guys and gals? My name is Ricknineg. I am so happy to have you join my live stream today on this lovely, lovely, awesome, bright, I was going to say in blue, clear skies. It's not really clear skies. There's like scattered clouds here and there, but it is a beautiful day nevertheless. Wow, I had a busy and still am having a very busy weekend. So I appreciate you joining me. Appreciate you being here for the live stream as always, especially to those who have been watching for so long. But there are people who are watching this after the fact. You could be watching this the next day, maybe a couple hours from now. So whether you're here live or not, don't worry about it. As long as you're here, that's all that counts. And yeah, thank you. Wow, 2 Jeffs in the chat next to each other at the same time. Hello, all of you. And Jave has been a follower for a while, as well as Katie and Hannah. Awesome. You made it. You made it. Awesome. See, Katie, you got it. You hit the bell, so now you'll know exactly when I'm on. It's one of the benefits of hitting that bell button. It will notify you when I post a video, when I go live, and then boom, you won't miss it. Because I have some people say, Rick, when are your live streams? That's what that bell is for. Christopher as well. Hello, hello. Vincent. I love it. Vincent. Great name. Nikki as well. Great commenter. Hannah, have I been to Jamestown? I haven't been to Jamestown, but hopefully in the near future. Busy is good, isn't it, Randy? I agree. Yesterday, if you guys aren't subscribed to my card channel, let me tell you, there's going to be some awesome content starting to be posted this week and in the coming weeks. Really amazing. If you look on my Instagram, you'll know. I don't want to spoil it. Go ahead and take a look at my Instagram, my last post. Wow, like I'm still reeling from that experience, and so I'm not going to get into it in this live stream, but I am really excited to do it. Oh, you're going to Jamestown. Awesome. Where are you from, Hannah? Because I'm guessing you're flying in, or maybe you're already close by. You're excited to go. What are you going to see? What are you going to see in Jamestown? Let me know. Buzzy's Helper. Oh, nice name. It sounds like Buzz Lightyear's helper. Katie, you're playing tricks on your dad. You're trying to be a real stickler to him, and he's like, what? What's going on? So now your poor dad's going to watch every single episode back to back to see if they actually said that, and then he won't find anything. So did you guys check out? Thank you, Will, for mentioning that. I appreciate that. My last video, my most current video on my channel right now, that is if you're watching this now or within the day, where I go and visit Bill Frawley's gravesite. I think you should all take a look because it was a pretty moving experience. It was nice to be there. It was amazing to be there. And again, just the peace of being in that spot was really great. And I captured all that on film, hopefully as much as possible. And so I hope that you guys and gals enjoy that. And yeah, there will be more in the future. Some people have asked me, Rick, go and see Desi, go and see Vivian. Well, that's impossible. It is literally impossible. Hello, Linda. How are you? You live in Florida. Oh, wow. So you are pretty, I mean, you're not close, but you're not far. So yeah, that's going to be a bit of a fly-in. So that's awesome. You're going to have a great time, I know, because everyone who goes there really, really enjoys it. Hey, Rick, this is Dave from New York City. Well, the state of New York, which is New York City is in. We sent you the Freidhofer's chocolate chip cookies. Awesome! They were such good cookies. I still have the bin, the metal bin, which is really nice. Bertha, that is impossible. Vivian Vance, unfortunately for us, was cremated and scattered in the ocean, so we cannot go visit her per se. That's why going to see Bill Frawley was very, very special. Hello, Michael. How are you? I think, could be mistaken, first time I see you on the live stream, first time I notice you, so I want to welcome you, of course. Yeah, I'm glad you guys like that. I will be doing more like that in the future. I won't spoil too much, but yes. Kimberly, Vivian Vance is not buried. She was cremated and scattered in the ocean. I did have a good St. Patty's Day. It was filled with a lot of work. I was working for my second channel, so yeah, but I enjoyed it. I like my work. Oh, you're driving to New York. Yeah, I mean, I think it is possible to. Yeah, it's definitely possible from California to New York, but I think it's a little easier from Florida to New York. Do you know how many miles that is? Mickey, you are from the UK. Well, welcome. I always say welcome and greetings from across the pond because we got that big Atlantic pond between us. Thank you so much for watching me so far away. It's probably like what, like sundown for you, almost Monday for you. So it is barely noontime here. So we are getting ready to eat lunch. Some people are eating lunch. Some people skip lunch, but I love lunch. So Lucy is buried in Jamestown, New York, right now. She used to be in Los Angeles. How are you, Joe? Nice to see you on here as well. Sweet. Casey is here. I didn't see Casey last week. She's here this week. Well, that's good to see. Yes, you're correct, Nikki. They did move her. Her son and daughter moved her. Decided to move her. Whoa, 17-hour drive? Ooh, that's a lot. It's not horrible, though. I did a 3-day drive from the middle of the country to LA. And so, yeah. Oh, Jeff, what do you like about the operetta episode? Yes, guys. So, as I said previously, Lucy's remains were moved from Los Angeles, where they're originally interred, and they were moved to Jamestown, New York. Let me start the episode, by the way. Today we're going to look at the episode Lucy's Summer Vacation, which is probably my favorite, if not one of my favorites of the comedy hour. I just love it. I love the whole cabin thing. I love the Mertzes with Ida Lupino and Howard Duff. I think it was just a great, great episode. Kimberly, Desi was cremated and scattered in the ocean as well. So he is not available to visit in the same way you can visit Bill Frawley. That's cool, Scotty, but you're here. That's all that counts. Randy, he says, lunch is leftover corned beef on rye. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, well, same Patty's Day, right? That is awesome. No problem, Britta. That's what I'm here for, to answer your questions, talk about Lucy, talk about good stuff, talk about my channel. It's up to you guys. You guys kind of draw the conversation. I kind of lead it as well. I think so, Alec. I think so. I don't know when, but I definitely want to go out there. Hannah, so when did I start watching Lucy? When I was 3 years old. And I know some people may be like, yeah, he's just saying that to be like he's been a watcher for forever. But no, I have footage of me watching Gilligan's Island and I Love Lucy. I still have it. It's on VHS. It's somewhere. It's probably over there with a lot of my media. But it is there. I was watching the Cinderella episode from Gilligan's Island an hour or two before my brother's baptism. He was months old, and I was probably 3.5 to 4 years old. Yes, I am well. It's a great site. Very helpful. Jake, I don't know what ocean. I'm guessing Pacific because he was from Del Mar. He was in California, so quick. I doubt they would fly him out to the Atlantic to be put in the Atlantic. That's just my opinion, but yeah, I definitely doubt that. Great question, Dave. I believe she is with her brother, her parents. It's like the Ball family. It's very Ball-esque, and it's oriented toward them. She was very familiar, like family oriented with the Ball family. Wow, you start at 5 years old. That's awesome. Yeah, some of that. I mean, I'm not into musicals, Jeff, so that wasn't my favorite part. I just like the episode in general, the operetta I'm talking about, and then practicing, and then Fred coming in and like the toga. That's just awesome. Great episode. Cindy, so you started watching with your Aunt Wanda. Now, are you pretty new also on the chat? Welcome. I don't think I've seen you. I'm very good visually, so I'm very good at seeing the names and then the icon. If I haven't seen those before, like it'll pop into my head. Definitely. Joe, can you share with me your video link that your mother, Ava June Mayer, is in front of the apartment? It's in the homecoming episode. I'm sure you're aware of that. And I do have footage of it. I just don't have it on my channel per se right now. Will, great question. Am I feeling more comfortable flying? I am. It is. I'm definitely more comfortable now that I'm my first lesson. But we had recently just a lot of wind. We've been having a lot of wind, a lot of clear skies. We've been having weird weather, to be honest, for LA. And it's like it rains one day, sunny the next day, rains for a couple days. Like I don't remember days when we've had that. It's usually like rain and then it's gone, and then we have sun, and we have sun, and then we have sun. We have a little bit of rain, and it's gone. Now it's like sun, rain, sun, rain, sun, rain. It's just really back and forth. And so that's creating, after the rain, you're getting a lot of wind. And so that, we're getting like 15-mile-an-hour crosswind gusts. And that's not great for flying little sport planes. And so we had to cancel a couple of them. And I canceled myself because of that. Like, I'm making the weather decisions now, which is pretty cool. Yes, Nikki, at every single taping, Lucy's mother, Dee Dee, was there. Yep. Yep. Yes, Jabe. So great question. Lucy and Desi met on the set of the 1944 movie Too Many Girls. And you're right, Jeff. You just typed that in there. Oh, wait, not 1944. What am I talking about? They got married in 1940, so this was before that. Excuse me. Bertha, you've been watching Lucy since you were 9, and you're still a really big fan of the show. Awesome! Thumbs up. That is amazing. This was around 1985. Ooh, you're giving your age away, Cassandra. That is funny. It's like the episode on Ethel's birthday, right? In between Goldblatt's delicatessen and stuff. That scene, that was great. Well, thank you, train supporter. I'd be a plane supporter, I'd say. I try to connect, and you know, it is harder as your channel grows. I posted something on my Instagram about being more empathetic. I'm trying to do that in my life. It's like a goal I'm trying to work toward. And I empathize more with the huge YouTubers. I'm not a huge YouTuber. I'm talking about the ones who have like 14 million, who a lot of people are like, oh, you're not down to earth. You don't, answer to people. I have 10,000, and it takes time to respond to people, like a lot. And it's not a complaint. It's just a reality. And obviously, we don't usually film a 30-minute video of us answering people because no one would watch that. But it does take time. And so I appreciate that and the understanding that it does take time. So thank you very much. Let me see. I'm trying to catch up to the comments here. Cassandra, that is awesome. Imagine if it was reversed. Imagine if it was 73. I'm sure you preferred 37, right? That's how I see it. I'm like, well, if you reversed mine, I'd be like 3 years old. So, yeah. Oh, well, thank you for the congratulations on the subscribers. I appreciate that. Oh, man, Dave. So you flew in a Cessna and you took control of the yoke. It's not technically a steering wheel, just, being a technical for those who want to know the terminology. It's called a yoke, but yeah, you're right, the steering wheel. And you had to land in 5 minutes. Well, I'm glad you didn't get sick or anything. That's good. That's good. Oh, Cassandra, in your DVD, right? Yeah, I have to make like a video, like maybe not a reaction video, but yeah, where I could be watching it and then just reacting to it. That would be great. Chris, I have seen the Lucy show. Whoa, Hannah, you made your own trivia book. That's awesome. Can you send me photos? I'll post them on my Ricknineg Facebook page if you want me to show people. Michael, I used to pretend to be 6, so I used to watch I Love Lucy. My goodness. That is, I hope your teacher's not watching this. As Daffy Duck would say, despicable. So, Ron, Desi, Lucy, Fred, and Vivian, did they contribute to the script? Yes, around the edges. The writing was done basically 99% by the writers, and when things weren't right, Desi would step in, mostly. Lucy would step in for her stuff and like her stunts, and she would be like, I don't think I can do this. Like the whole chocolate thing in my mouth, I don't think I can do that. And then Madeline Pugh Davis would actually do it. She would stuff chocolate in her mouth. She would act like she was starched. to show Lucy that she could do it, a woman. And then once Lucy saw it, she was like, let me do it. And then she did it. And then once she was comfortable, she okayed it. So it was mostly done by the writers, Jess Oppenheimer, Madeline P. Davis, Bob Carroll Jr., as well as Bob Weisskopf, Bob Schiller. And then the gang kind of approved it, gave it their seal of approval. Yep. Hello, Denise. Nice to see you on here. Those are your 2 lovely kids. I can barely see them in the icon there. Awesome. Rick, is the reason huge jets fly so high there is because air has density and all that air below keeps the plane aloft? Not really. That's a great question. So at 35,000 feet, there is little planes like us. Don't mess with them, basically. There are, yes, the air density is, so yes, there's technically, the air is less dense up there. And so it is, it just makes more sense. There's less traffic up there. It uses less fuel for the plane to fly. It's more streamlined. You can pretty much go straight. Weather messes with you less because a lot of weather happens in that lower 30,000 feet range. There is weather beyond that, but a lot of the harsher, like rain doesn't come from 60,000 feet up. It comes from a lot lower. And so, yeah, that's one of the reasons. That's a good question. Great question. See you, Jeff. Hello, Julie. Wow, people are coming in and out. That is awesome. Yeah, so Katie, great question. So they did have twins for little Ricky, both the Mayer and the Simmons twins. And a lot of the time they would dub over, or they would kind of stop the crying sounds. There's one scene where you can see one of the Simmons twins crying, and then he's like muted, and then Lucy's is dubbed over. Like her lines are dubbed over and as well. And that's just a part of it. They had to deal with that. No, I haven't seen Forever Darling. Well, thank you, Yolanda. I appreciate that. What was your favorite part? Did you like my journey there? Because I like to show it all as much as I can, even driving there and then finding it. I think that's pretty fun because when I find it, I show you when I find it. So that's kind of cool. Yep. You're absolutely right, Casey. You're right. Desi was like a script doctor. That's your analogy, and I think that's very accurate. Yep. Ronald, what was your favorite running gag? For me, it was Lucy's hair. What do you mean? Like it changing? Oh, I get you what you mean. Like it's being dyed all the time, dyed different colors. Yep. Or dyed red. That it wasn't natural. Absolutely. Yeah, so Desi mouths the other people's lines because he memorized the entire script. Everyone's part cold in one reading. And that I think that's like a culturally Hispanic thing because Don Francisco, he's like a Spanish variety show host, and he does that too, and he's from Chile, and that's South America. Desi's from Cuba, and I only really see that with like I haven't seen other people do that. I've noticed those two, so I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that they're like. It's just funny. I don't know. I just definitely pay attention to that. See you, Michael. Scott, yeah, I do like the color ones. I don't like them better than the black and white ones. What would I like to see in color? I like a lot of the Europe ones because there's a lot of stuff going on. It's like Paris and so forth. I would like to see a lot of the Hollywood ones. Well, that we do have a lot of those in color. I would like to see the older ones too. Like the chocolate one, I think that might have been colorized. Just the older ones where they're just at the apartment. Maybe the ones with the saxophone. I love the saxophone. Home movies would be awesome in color. My favorite episode. Yeah, I just said it, Julie. Home movies, my favorite episode, followed by bonus bucks. Do you guys know what seasons those are from? Or what season that is from? Thank you, Bertha. Bye-bye. Nice to see you. Well, interestingly enough, the opening titles with the Satin Heart aren't the original opening credits that were used for the show. The original ones, you can see them on DVD and so forth. So, Alec, do you want to get the autograph from one of the Mayer twins? There should be a link in the description. Take a look, click, and it'll take you there. There is a link, so if any of you guys would like that, if any of you guys would like an autographed copy of, autographed copy of the Mayer twins sent to you, there's a link in the description, and they explain how you can do that. Excuse me. Burp. Lucy shaved 10 years off her age. Well, of course, Lucy can do whatever she wants. It was her show, right? So she made herself 10 years younger. Yeah, she didn't like the fact that she was 40 when the show started. So she said, why don't I just be 30 when the show starts? And she didn't look 40, let me tell you. But to be honest, between you and me, it's a fact of life. Age catches up with you. And I think in the span of the show, 5 years, her age caught up to her, my opinion. It's the stress of the show. It's a lot of stuff. Kara, I'm with you on that. Bill Frawley used to tear out the script, all the parts that were not him. And he used to not really know what the episode was about, just his part. Like, he didn't really know. I mean, he could probably figure it out from some of his lines, but sometimes he'd be like, what are we doing this week? I just know my lines kind of thing, so it was kind of fun. You got it, Casey. Awesome. Was Desi Jr. Lucy on I Love Lucy? So Lucy Jr. was not, or Lucy Arnazlock and Bill. Desi Jr. was. He was in the last episode, the statue. He was one of the little boys in front. Redecorating would be good to see in color. Redecorating. You mean redecorating the Mertz's apartment? I'm guessing that's one, because there's also redecorating the apartment in season 2, where they re-wallpaper the apartment. Yeah, you guys want to see the wallpaper. That's funny. You want to see the whole episode color just for the wallpaper. That's kind of funny. Oh, man. Hello, Kelly. Nice to see you. Are you new on the channel as well? Yeah, send me photos. Guys, one of the best ways to reach me, because a lot of people want to know how to reach me. Comments, it's getting difficult. Let me be completely 100% honest. I'm getting to the point where I can't answer every single YouTube comment. At points, I'm getting over 100 a day. And so it's just a lot. It's just one of the points where, I'm spending 45 minutes getting to some of them, And so great ways, Instagram. Be sure and follow my Instagram. Link is in the description. Name is in the description. Facebook Ricknineg page. That is a great way. There's a message section as well. Twitter is a great one. Not a lot of people follow me on Twitter. That's a great way when people message me. So there's a lot of ways to reach out to me. Yeah, that wallpaper was pretty crazy. I think that was part of the funny moment in the show. Let's see. Oh, the one from season 2. Yep. Randy, you read that Vivian watched that the script didn't jump the shark and go out too far. What do you mean by that? I'm not understanding what you mean. It's going great, Ash. How are you doing? You doing good? Mickey. They actually did colorize the Scotland episode, Mickey. It is available in color. It's actually in... I'm going to have to give away a couple more DVDs, guys and gals. I have already the item for the next giveaway. Actually, should I tell you guys? Who wants to know what the next item for the next giveaway is? Should I tell you guys just for the live stream? Like, give you guys an insight that no one else will get? Yeah, so right over here, so you don't think I'm lying, because I have no reason to. Right there. It says, Lucy Goes to Scotland, the only full-length color in episode. That's not true. This was, I believe, the first one they did color. And so it was at this time, but now they've colorized others. So, whoa, just popped out of there. It's not this. That's not for the next giveaway, but I can definitely tell you. Katie, yes, you do follow me on Twitter. Yes, I have Twitter followers, but if you compare the ratio of Twitter followers to YouTube, doesn't even compare. Just a dent. Oh, a lot of you want to know. Okay. New, sealed, including Lucy's Lost Scenes. It's a CD inside as well. So you would be getting a free CD, Lucy's Lost Scenes audio CD, including new scenes from I Love Lucy, discovered after more than 45 years, plus this book. So this book is called Laughs, Luck, and Lucy. It's written by Jess Oppenheimer, of course finished and assisted by Greg Oppenheimer, who's still alive, his son. and it's all about I Love Lucy from the perspective of how they made the show, and it's sealed. Yeah, and that's how I bought it, and so I was like, I'm gonna give this away. I'm not gonna say when the giveaway will be. You'll just have to stay tuned. You'll have to keep watching, supporting the channels you always do, and I will let you know. I think that's cool because maybe some people want some visual stuff. Some people like to read, like an actual book. Some people can get the CD and so forth, and I might even give away in the future other stuff that I've given away before, or even better things. I mean, that season 1 giveaway DVD was pretty cool. You're getting 30, geez, how many episodes? 39, 35 I Love Lucy episodes in one. I mean, I know only one person won it, but I mean, that's amazing. It's a great thing. So much I Love Lucy content. So good. Well, thank you, Christopher. I mean, you guys show me so much support. I am, of course, one person, and you guys are so many. But I try to reach out. I try to even it out. Like, to be honest, I even sometimes selectively do it. If I constantly respond to someone and maybe there's a big comment, I maybe won't because I've responded to them before and I see someone new, I'll respond. So I try to reach out to a lot of people as much as I can. As a teacher, that was something they taught us, that every once in a while I had 150 students. That was a lot. That was a lot. And it was like at least once a week I try to reach out to every single student, whether it was calling their name, asking them a question, asking them to answer something, referring to something that they were wearing, like, hey, you look great today, hopefully you're having a good day, just something, reaching out. And so I try to do the same here. Yes. Denise, you love it all. You have an obsession. Are you trying to get your kids obsessed with it too? That is awesome. Tommy, awesome. Remind me when you're from. Are you from the UK as well? Because I think we just had someone from the UK. You finally managed to catch my live stream. Awesome. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. That's how you know. Oh, awesome, Nikki. That is amazing. How long have you been teaching for? I taught for about 3 to 4 years. 3 to 4 years is what I mean, because I was a sub for a little bit and then I was a full-time. So, yeah. Thank you, Alec. Jolly old London. Oh, it's awesome. See, London it's just so rich in history. I would love to go visit Europe. I've never been to Europe. It's like London is so old, and I mean that in a great way. Like, there's just so much history in that city. It's like the city's alive, and the light posts are the same light posts that have been there for like hundreds and hundreds of years. So I think that's awesome. Well, good. That's what I kind of want you guys to feel. Like, you do know me, that I do connect with you guys. Like, I almost want it to feel like you can reach out and touch me and poke my eye. Go ahead. You can just poke me. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, I think that's good because let me tell you, I watch YouTubers. I love tons of YouTubers, and everyone has their own style, and some people try to copy each other. And the ones that I love the most are the ones that break the wall, this screen. That's like you can reach out. They get really close to the screen and they tell you about their life a little bit and they answer questions and they're very personal. Whereas others, not that it's bad, I watched this car reviewer. I won't even say who he is, but he pretty much reviews the car, thanks you for watching, and he goes away and you don't know anything about him. That's not necessarily bad. That's his style. Maybe he's very private, but I don't feel like I know him. I feel like he's a guy on YouTube. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to connect with the people that I make videos for. So, yeah. Paris is even older. Well, Rome, of course. Rome is like thousands of years old. Absolutely. Absolutely. Whoa, Nikki, 14 years as a teacher. I salute you. That is awesome. You have survived the difficult hump of teaching after 10 years. That is great. I'm doing great, Lola. Thank you very much. Remind me where you're from again? Because here, I mean, it's nice and sunny. We have clouds in the air. It's just a little foreboding because we know there is definite rain coming very, very soon. Teachers are awesome. Really, teachers are really, really awesome. Do a lot of work and instruct the future's presidents, the future's janitors, the future's everything. Everyone in society, from American society, goes through our teaching system. good or bad, whatever you may feel. That's not the point. There are good teachers out there who dedicate their lives to teach. So yeah. Ron, you are teaching after almost 40 years. Wow. Salute you too. Music. Goodness gracious. I'm not really musically inclined, so I couldn't even imagine teaching music. Jeez, that is like crazy. You're going to Paris in May, Alec? Yeah, you're just like, yeah, I'm going to Paris. Not a big deal. You know, I get to see the sights, do some I Love Lucy type shopping and touristy stuff. Just don't use any counterfeit money, okay? Because then you're going to end up in the Bastille like Lucy did. Made you think about train whistles in a different way. Interesting. Well, Jess Oppenheimer did make 2 appearances on I Love Lucy. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know what episodes he appeared in? 2 cameos, 2 quick cameos. I should make a video just on that. Maybe I shouldn't even answer that. Just make the video. Awesome, Casey. I'm glad that things... So let me just read what Casey wrote. I had a stressful week this week, and I just want to let you know that I often told myself to be hopeful. That's all because of you. So awesome. That's so great to hear. So I'm sad that you had... I'm not sad. It's unfortunate that you had a bad week, but I can tell you that, you know, I say what I say because I'll let you into some things. I was having a few difficult years, the past few years, before I started my YouTube. And you get that idea of like, life is going to be bad. You get all these negative thoughts. And I can tell you some of the best days of my life happened after that. So it's really important to be hopeful because you don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. And you can't think that tomorrow's going to bring something bad. You got to always think something good's going to come along. You have to. That's if you don't, then I mean it doesn't leave room for much life. It just leaves room for more pessimism. So that's just the way I see it. Thank goodness for teachers. Absolutely. I had some great teachers myself. Julie, when did the episodes about Europe did they get to pick on where the episodes were? Oh, great question. Well, honestly, that has to do with the writers. The writers made those decisions. I'm sure Desi and Lucy were like, hey, yeah, let's do Paris. Where else are we going to go? Let's go to Rome. They didn't really do a Rome episode. Let's go to England. So they kind of chose, and maybe they wrote episodes around that. So that was all in conjunction with the producers, Desi, Lucy, not really Viv and Bill Frawley. They were more in for the ride, to be honest with you. It was Desi, Lucy, Jess Oppenheimer, the writers, and the producer. And Desi eventually, he was basically a main producer the entire time. Yes, Katie, I hope you're not wearing a potato dress or a potato sack dress. Not a great look. Oh, okay. Beautiful British Columbia, Canada. Awesome. Well, you have a type of a cowboy hat in your photo, so I was like, maybe you're from like down south in America, but that's awesome. Tennessee Ernie Ford and Aaron Spelling. Yep. Isn't that funny? He looked like a real hillbilly. I mean, that's Hollywood for you. Acting, it's good stuff. You're going to buy a painting? Yeah, buy a painting from a guy on the street who just buys the paintings and then pretends. That is awesome. One of the things, though, to be completely honest with you, Manatee, I don't like that style of making videos. I'm not into, like... I feel it's like a challenge. That's not what I'm really here for. And I'm just calling attention to it because people have asked me. They're like, why don't you make a video on, like, quizzes? I'm not really into that. Like, I may do it for fun, but I'm not really into it. Yeah, like, oh, yeah? Do you know what I know? I know that this person appeared in this episode. You tell me. You know, like, I don't like to do that. And I'm not saying that's what you're saying, but I'm not really into, like, the quizzing my audience. I always believe that my audience is very intelligent, more intelligent than myself, because you bring your ideas together and you're like a communal knowledge group. And so you guys teach me so much, and it's great. It's great. So I always say that you guys know more than me. I mean, it has to be. You can't pit yourself against 10,000 people. I'm with you, Manatee. But no, it's a good point. Because believe me, I get people that's like, Rick, why don't you make videos on, like quiz videos? I've gotten that request a lot. And each time I turn it down. So yeah, great question. I love it. Charles, awesome. Your temporary assignment ended a week ago. I'm sorry. So I'm assuming, I don't know much about it, obviously, but hopefully, well, I'm guessing that you wanted it to continue, and it just ended. So I'm sorry that it ended, but again, you don't know. Let me tell you something. You might like this story. I talk to my instructor a lot, my flight instructor. He's 21, okay? He's a lot younger than me. And I ask him, not because I'm nosy, because I was a teacher, and so being an instructor, you know, I like to hear his ideas and thoughts and his experiences. And he tells me that his youngest student is around 20, and his oldest is 70. Okay, let me tell you again, 70. To be 70 years old and learn a skill like flying is difficult. I'm being challenged at 30, okay? And this individual is doing this at 70. I imagine all those people who lose hope in their 40s, in their 30s, in their 20s, in their teens. And to think that you could be 70 years old to live that long and learn something. Maybe this person at 70 had that money at that time and never had it before, and now they're able to fly, fulfill a dream. And I was like, does that person want a career? No, they want to do it for fun. They want to fulfill a dream. So it doesn't matter what age you are. You have to be hopeful. It's so important. Imagine if someone's like, I don't want to live anymore at 40, and then they miss out on flying and they didn't, you know, think that they could do good things. So you have to keep that in mind. I try to keep that in mind. Brian, awesome. You are the first, I guess we can say, sponsor for the video today. Thank you so much for your generous donation. It is awesome. It is awesome. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. I have seen you comment on my videos, and thank you for your dollar donation. That's awesome. It all goes toward my channel. It all goes towards supporting. Believe me, a lot of what people donate, a lot of what people support me through Patreon and so forth, I get that money and I kind of keep it aside, and I use that for giveaways. You know, when I buy you guys a DVD or buy you guys a book or send you stuff, that's what I want to do. I want to keep that for that, and equipment too for my microphones and these expensive things, my cameras, my HD cameras, the things that I buy for myself, like books and information so that I can make videos, stuff like that. So that's what I use that stuff for. So awesome. Ron, you're very, very correct. And the Counterfeit Money show was great for linguistics. Absolutely. Do you remember the episode Ricky was trying to learn through the O, ah, oo, ah, sounds? Yep. That was good. And it was a good look in English to know that, wow, English is a tough language. Isn't that crazy? Ron, English, I love that attitude. 70, that's middle age. I still ride my bike 25 miles a day. Wow. Well, that is why you see yourself as being middle aged, because you ride your bike, you're athletic, you have a positive outlook into life. That's one of the secrets of a long life. That's what I hear from people who reach like 100. That is awesome. That is awesome. I saw this video on this woman. It was really cool because it was a 5-year-old girl having like a little chat. It's a YouTube video with an 102 or 3-year-old woman, and the 103-year-old woman, let's just say, she still walks, doesn't use a walker. She worked in NASA, I believe. She said some of her children had passed away, some of her grandchildren had passed away. She said one of the worst things about becoming old was that she was lonely, but she said she wanted to keep living. She didn't want to go. And she said that she was super healthy, and her doctors say she's probably going to pass away in her sleep because she was just so healthy. And she's like, well, no, there's so many things I want to do as an 100-year-old woman. So I think that's an awesome just mentality to have. That is awesome. Alec, you're a pro musician? Please teach me. I know nothing about like music. I love to hear music, but I'm not musically inclined, as I said. Domily, thank you. Thank you for the 10,000 subscriber like compliment. I appreciate that. I haven't even made a 10,000 video like thanking you guys, which, you know, I do thank you, but it's like I haven't had time because I'm just so busy. So maybe I'll make one soon. But yeah. Lucy hires an English tutor. Charles, you are 57 years of age and you still work out to Jane Fonda's. Okay, that's great, but it just made me laugh. I'm not laughing at you. I think that's awesome. That was great. Jane Fonda's primetime workout. That must be good because you get inspiration from watching Jane Fonda do it, and it's like you want to do it. That is awesome. You know, I kind of envy people who are above, you know, a certain age because it's like, wow, you've lived a lot and you still want to live, and you're doing great. Like, to me, that's so inspirational. Train supporter, your mom is almost 94. She still drives and does much. See, that is, I envy that. I want to be that little 95-year-old man watching I Love Lucy driving down the road in my sports car, of course. Yeah. Your grandpa lived to be 102. Wow, that is nuts. My great-grandma lived to be 94, and I thought that was a big deal. That is great. Cynthia, nice to see you. I hope that you are staying positive as well. I know you're staying positive, Cynthia, because that is you. You exude from your pores of your body. Just hope and positivity come out, Cynthia. You're a very inspirational lady. Every time I talk to you, like, I'm in a good mood, but then you, like, make it even better. Like, seriously, you're just so great, Cynthia. And I hope that you let that out so other people see it. Because they can be inspired too. That is awesome. Mickey, very interesting idea here. Make a video about the various band members over the years. That would be so interesting. That's great. You know, not a lot is written about them. I'm sure Desi wrote about them, so I'm gonna have to pick up some Desi material and see if I can do that. That's why I want to gather all this stuff up. So that's a great idea. Brian is awesome. Brian is awesome. All right, let's see here. Yeah, that's true, Scott. They never made an episode about Ricky going to Del Mar. But, you know, that's where he settled after he got married the second time with, I believe, Edie Hirsch, I believe her name was. Arnaz. Edie Hirsch Arnaz. And, yeah, he loved Del Mar. He loved California. He stayed here. He's like, I don't want to leave. Charles, this is great. Trust me, Rick, you'd rather be in your 50s than in your 20s again. You know what? Now that I'm 30, I was like, not scared, but I was like, 30, I'm getting close to my 40s and all that. And I was like, I'm kind of glad I'm done with my crazy 20s. Like, just there's a lot of transitions, a lot of crazy stuff. And 30s is more like, okay, I'm more confident in myself, you know, all this stuff. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, Charles. And I'm sure in your 50s, other stuff happens where you're just like, oh, yeah, enjoy it. Maybe you don't work as hard, but I enjoy work. Like, I enjoy work. I enjoy, like, learning to fly and all this stuff. So, but, yeah. Denise, you know someone who is 116. That is amazing. That is ridiculous. Christine, hello. Yeah, Katie, so he passed out almost right in front of the Knickerbocker Hotel, which is right, it was where he lived. And I don't want you to think like he was just living in a random hotel. This was a place where a lot of celebrities and stars stayed. It's like the Beverly Hilton now, that a lot of stars actually like enjoy living there, and they pay like 10 grand a month or something to live there, and they do that, you know. So yes. Your uncle flew his plane till he was 85. Bless him. Wow, that is awesome. Joe, so you ride your bike in Emmett, Idaho. Most of it is flat. And that's good. That's what keeps you good. That's what keeps you strong. I'm with you on that. That was good. Kimberly, great question. Do I get paid to do videos? I'm sure a lot of you wonder about that, and I do. Okay. And of course, the next question is, many people say, how much? Not as much as you think. This is how I describe it. Let me just be completely frank without giving numbers. If I would work at Starbucks as a part-time barista, is that what they call it? I would make more than what I'm making on YouTube a month. That's it. So I'm not doing this for the money, believe me. There's so much work that goes behind this. Like, people don't know unless you do it. YouTubers connect because we understand that. Once you're in YouTube and you have started to grow your channel, you know that, you understand that. The bigger your channel gets, the more difficult it gets. Yes, the rewards, like there are people with millions, 14 million subscribers that are making a lot of money, but they worked hard to get there. And so 10,000, I could proudly say that I worked hard to get there. I really didn't collab with people who had like millions and they gave me a lot of subscribers, nothing like that. I worked with my videos. And it's been a grueling 4 years, but I'm proud of my 10,000 subscribers. I am. What do you... Okay, so let me read this again, Jesse, because I can't read. What do you do your videos? Are very positive and happy. So yeah, I strive to make all my videos positive and happy for sure. Do you do any sports? No, I'm starting to get, I was really into weight training for about 7 years before I did YouTube. I was really into that, and then I stopped, and now I'm seeing if I can get back into it. Yes, Charles. So I think you're correct. I think he ended up at the Knickerbocker. Like he was trying to go back to his hotel. Because when you have a heart attack, so, there's a lot of myths. It's like, I'm having a heart attack. It's not like, boom, and you die. Like, it's, you start to feel bad. You start to have pains and you struggle. And depending how severe they are and so forth, he was able to drag himself or literally walk to his hotel, and he collapsed there. And yes, So Charles, Starbucks analogy, huh? Try being a Lyft driver, same thing. You can make up to $800 a week if you don't mind not sleeping, eating, living in your car for the rest of your life. Yeah, I don't even make that a month on YouTube. Not even close. So that lets you know there's no cash cow here. There's no easy money here. This is really from something that I enjoy to do. If it grows and money comes later, great. But I'm not banking on that. That's going to be years in the making. I may be a 50-year-old man. I might not see a great return. But I don't care. I enjoy it. Thank you, Blvd. Yeah, that's true. No, and Carol, you're absolutely right. Larry Fine, one of the Three Stooges, got the crazier hair, if you guys aren't familiar with the Stooges, he lived at the Knickerbocker Hotel. He was actually a few doors away from Bill Frawley. They were friends. They would chat every once in a while. Of course, Larry Fine was older. Frawley was, I guess, because Larry Fine wasn't in his prime, and Fred, or Bill Frawley, was doing his I Love Lucy. I think they were friends in the 40s, though, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I do, Christine. I just literally, it snuck up on me. I've been super busy, but now I can petition to go to the YouTube offices and go there. I don't know the restrictions on like filming it, but I can definitely go there now. I would have to take like a class that they give you, a free class just on how to use the equipment. And then yeah, I could start using the equipment. So that's pretty awesome. I'm not far from it. I'm not that far from it, so I can take advantage of that. And I have to see how I can use it, but it's pretty cool just to be able to go there. And there's certain seminars and big YouTubers they invite, and then I can obviously go there to these events where you go see big YouTubers, but the people go see them are YouTubers like me who aren't huge, so we can connect, and then we can also connect to the big ones. Like, it's really cool. It's a really nice community. It's like anything, good and bad people. It's just what it is. In the Lucy Becomes a Sculpture, how was she able to breathe in that plaster? Good question. So she wasn't actually in that plaster when she was like that. It was like a dark gray makeup that she had on her. She had like a cap on, a fake cap for her hair. But it's just like if you have grease makeup on you. So she could very well breathe, not a problem with that. If you're talking about the Lucy Becomes a Sculpture episode. Very similar to the last episode where she becomes like the Revolutionary War soldier. Very similar. Curly's grandson lives in your town. Really cool. That's awesome, Nikki. I didn't know that. I don't even know who Curly's grandson is, like if he proclaims himself to be the grandson and so forth. That's interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of history, Charles, in that hotel. A lot of stuff in the Knickerbocker Hotel. Yes, Tommy, I had someone reach out to me that said that their office, they used to work in Lucy's office in Paramount. Like in the 80s or something. He used to work in her office, and he sent me some pictures. That was really interesting. Maybe I got to connect and that'd be a cool person to talk to. Just get some ideas. Well, thank you, Dan. I appreciate it. I saw your name, Dan G, and I thought J, and I thought Dan Jenkins from the season 2 episode Redecorating. Dan Jenkins. He's also mentioned later on in Lucy's Club Dance. Dan Jenkins. Yeah, you're right, Denise. Del Mar, California. They use real places. They always used real places that they enjoyed and liked. Yep. Nope, not from what I know. Bing Crosby was never in an I Love Lucy episode. Yes, I'm hired. I like to be hired. Oh yeah, Randy, the episode where they are, where Lucy, where Ricky's losing his hair. Now this is an awesome scene. Ida Lupino, and Lucio Ball in the canoe, and there's like holes in the boat, and they're trying to plug it with their fingers. This is great. Like, Ethel's not really in here, and I kind of don't mind. Ida is hilarious. She was also a great director, Ida, and she did and directed a lot of Gilligan's Island episodes, and she did a very, very good job. She's a very talented woman. I don't know if a lot of you know that about her. Christine, you would love to see Lucy, Desi, Bill, and Vivian star. Could you do a video? Oh, that would be great. I have to really think about that. I have to go with someone because Hollywood is like... Hollywood Boulevard, I've been there a lot, but it's like... It's almost dangerous. You get mobbed by these people in the streets who are like... And I'm not exaggerating. You literally will get grabbed by people. And this doesn't describe everyone, but there are people trying to plug their rap videos. They're trying to give... Like, I literally had a CD, like, shoved in my face. And I was like, no, not interested. And then when I was said I was not interested, there was like... They said it was racism. And I was like, I just want to walk to where I want to go. Like, you know, it was just crazy. And you're being mobbed. And it's like, do you want a photograph? And these people dressed as, like, Superman come to you. So, yeah, I could definitely go. No problem. But... yeah, it's just a little crazy there. That's what I mean. That's why I like the cemeteries. Not a lot of people. You don't have to deal with all that craziness. No one goes there, you know. Hollywood Boulevard, on the other hand, very touristy. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. But I would definitely go. He's really his grandson. His mom is the daughter of Curly. Yeah, so I've heard of Curly's daughter. There's an interview on YouTube where we talks about her dad. And I never knew about the son, so that's really interesting. I would love to know and connect. I would love to connect with Stooge people. Like, I mean, but obviously if they're interested, you know, I don't know. Do you know, Nikki, if like he's interested in his grandpa and the work that he did? Because I know that some people, let's say that may be connected to these shows, some of them don't want anything to do with it. Some do. And I definitely want to connect with people who are interested in the show and want to, you know, like tell about the legacy of the person they know and so forth. Yep. Oh wow, he looks a lot like Curly now. I'm really intrigued. Well, Yolanda, I want to say a big hello to Eleazar, who's watching my live stream for the first time. I say hi back. How are you, Eleazar? How old are you? Are you a big Lucy watcher as well? So Ron, how did I get interested in I Love Lucy? I watched it and I was 3 years old. It was on in between cartoons or after, you know, we have Saturday morning cartoons and it's like 4 or 5 hours of cartoons until the morning ends. And then they finished it with like, I think there was just like a Lucy episode and I was just like on TV and I still wanted to watch and I saw it and I loved it. And I was like, I'm going to keep watching it. So yeah, it was great. Oh, awesome. Well, Nikki, why don't you point him my way, see if he enjoys my Three Stooges videos, where I highlight facts and information about the shorts and so forth. So that'd be really cool. Yes, Casey, I think some people have answered that as well about the brothers of Bill Frawley. Yeah, they apparently someone told me they used to work in vaudeville, all three of them, or I believe Will Frawley and one of the brothers, at least one of the brothers, yes. His name is Brad. Awesome. Very, very cool. Oh yeah, well I'm sure Desi, Brad, and you're talking about the contraptions that Lucy used on his head when he thought he was getting bald. They practice all this stuff, so I think they did a pretty good job with making sure that everyone was safe. Lucy obsessively rehearsed, and Desi trusted her, and so I don't think there's ever a problem to anyone get hurt. Lucy's perfect comic timing was at its best when she disguised the cheese as a baby when caught drinking some of the baby's formula after the perfect punch. I hate to drink alone. And then she goes, you know, her facial expression was awesome. And you are awesome, Brian. Give me a, what do you call it? Pound it. Awesome being in that super chat. You know, Scott, did you see the grave marker there as well? Because I looked, I don't believe I saw another Frawley. Now, she could have been married, obviously, and had a different last name, and I didn't know. But yeah, very, very, very cool that you knew that. I didn't know. See how you guys know so much more than me? I learn all the time. And then someone may ask me and be like, does Bill Frawley have a sister? Of course she has a sister, you know. Scott told me. Yes, the writers, everything is due to the writers. Of course, it's everything. They're a team, right? But the writers, that's one of the crazy things about being writers. There's not a lot of appreciation for the writers, right? Well, D, absolutely. I want to get this ingrained into your mind because a lot of people ask me about improv or being scripted. I want everyone to get out of their mind that I Love Lucy at any point was improv. There's no improv. Everything was completely scripted. In fact, there are stories. I heard something. There were stories where Harpo Marx didn't want to practice with Lucy. He's just like, let's just do it. Like, we'll be fine. And Lucy was like, no, I need to practice. And he was like, there was a tension, but it was just, why do you need to practice? And Lucy was obsessive. She practiced it over and over and over and over and by herself over and over and over and over. And I think once or twice with Harpo Marx. And he was just like, okay, we're done. We've done it. I know this routine. And she did it. She just wanted to keep doing it. So kind of interesting. Yeah, you're right, Paul. There is a video on YouTube. Desi Arnaz and Fred McMurray. You're absolutely right. Bradness. That is from Duck Soup. Wait, excuse me. Is it? Oh man, now. Yeah, Duck Soup. It has to be Duck Soup. Lucille made sure some people understood that everything they saw on the show was written in reverse. Absolutely, yes. Well, thank you so much, guys and gals. The episode ended. I'm going to go and get some food because I am hungry. Julie, I'll quickly answer your question. What was in the bottle for vitamin Avengen was apple pectin. Lucy was a perfectionist. Laurel and Hardy. No, that is maybe for the future because I do love them a lot. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye out peeled for that. I've actually been to her home. Not inside, but definitely trained supporter. All right. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thanks for your support. You're awesome. Take care. Be hopeful. Always, always, always think positive. It is super important. And as I say, don't forget, be hopeful.